Look at Dexter. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have Michael again, my husband, in today's video, and also our husky Dexter wanted to make an appearance. So today, as you know by the title, Michael is going to be judging these 8 books that I have picked out completely by their cover. Now I feel like you will probably kind of know what some of these are about because I've maybe like told you what they're about, but you probably won't really remember. So yeah, this is all going to be judging by the covers and maybe slightly what he remembers. And these are all books that I have read, so I know their synopsis really well. So, you ready?
Yep.
Dexter, he's getting all over his shirt. You have to...
Okay, it's okay.
Dexter! Okay, the first book is These Silent Woods by Kimmy, Cunningham, Grant. And I'm going to let you hold this, and I'm going to put like a picture of the title on the screen so they can see it too.
So this one I feel like you have told me a little bit about. But based on the cover, I know it's about a man that I think he gets in trouble by the law. And I think he lives like with his daughter, or he finds a girl, like a little girl, and then he's hiding out somewhere, I think. But I think you kind of told me a little bit about it. Was I close?
Yeah, you're pretty close.
Okay.
So yeah, this one is about a man and his daughter, and he has had her out and hiding in the middle of the woods since she was like really young. And he is kind of running from the law.
Or is it his wife?
I also can't give too much away because if you haven't read this, this is one of my favorite books and I really recommend this book. It's like a mystery, but also I would just say kind of general fiction. A very, very good read. It never goes too far, too gory or anything like that in this book. Very good read. I love how it ends, so I can't give too much away, but yeah. Basically, they're like in hiding and you're trying to figure out, okay, why?
How close was I, 1 through 10?
Okay, so should we rate? Okay.
So I know how bad I do.
I mean, you were like, I would say like a 9.
Okay.
But there's like so much more to the story, so I feel like you know, I guess, the gist of it. So maybe, dang, I hope you like don't know these other books. Okay.
Well, she talks to me about a lot of books, but it never sticks, so.
But you do listen.
Yeah, no,
but also some of these books I feel like I haven't told you about. Like this one, I think you have no idea. So this next one is Layla by Colleen Hoover.
Oh God.
And if y'all read this book.
Obviously you see the window with a lady.
Yeah, it's kind of a creepy cover.
I feel like it's going to be a crazy lady that's a stalker, or like, or no, you know what? I think maybe this is from a guy's perspective and he's looking through a window at a lady. So I think it's going to be about a creepy guy, like, that's stalking a woman called Layla.
Okay. Is that your final?
Yeah.
Okay. No. This is about a girl. You know what? I read this.
But I'm going off of the cover, okay? So I'm not going off of the back of the book.
Yeah, no. You can't read the back of it.
Okay.
Let me read this real quick. I read this a long time ago. Okay. So this one is about a girl named Layla, and she ends up with a guy named Leeds, and she gets into some kind of accident that you find out, and so she's going through a really hard time, and to kind of rejuvenate their relationship, he takes her back to this B&B where they first met, and it's just them two at this one B&B, and then there is another guest that happens to show up, and kind of weird things start happening, and Leeds kind of takes a kin to her, so... It's kind of like about that, and it's a lot of a mystery, and there's a super big, like, if you know who Willow is, who's the other guest, I don't want to say it because I had no idea when I was reading this, and it was super interesting. So also I really suggest this one if you want a good mystery, because this was a big twist, and this is one of my favorite Colleen Hoover books. But yeah, I'll tell you off camera because I don't want to give it away.
Well, what's my score?
Okay.
I got Layla right.
I think there might be a stalker somewhere in this book. I can't remember, but it's not like a major. So
that's pretty good for not like knowing.
Okay, a 2.
A 2?
A 2. You were nowhere close.
Okay.
But that was a hard one to
judge. It has to be an easier skill because I'm going strictly
the first one I
off
gave you
of the
easy.
cover.
The first one I gave you.
Okay.
There's a lot to that book, but it's really interesting. Okay, the next book is If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowa.
Oh God. Okay. This one obviously has a broken popsicle. Or broken lollipop.
I thought it was a popsicle too.
If he had been with me. Okay, so this is going to be about probably a girl that maybe is with a man, of course. And then maybe she gets like in a terrible accident. And then, or she gets in a predicament or a pickle or something. And then maybe if her significant other would have been there with her, it wouldn't have happened. Maybe something like that. Like, because it's called, well, y'all know, if he had been with me. So maybe if he was there, something tragic wouldn't have happened to her.
Okay, that's kind of close. Something, I don't know if this is giving it away. Hold on. It's literally in the first chapter, so I feel like...
Was it close?
Something happens to him. I feel like I can say that because it's like in the first chapter. Sorry if I gave that away, but it's literally in the first chapter. So as soon as you open the book, you know something happens to him. You don't know what till the very end. But so it's kind of the opposite.
Or something. Okay.
Something happens to him, so it's kind of the opposite of what you were saying. And this is actually about a really young couple, like in high school. It's like throughout all their high school years. Sorry, we had to relocate because someone got home. It was a little noisy, but I can't remember what I was saying about this. But basically, you were kind of right. It was just reversed, and this is about like a young couple in high school and kind of like their growing up and their relationship. And I liked this book. Okay, a lot of people are like obsessed with this book, but I thought it was a really jumpy in time. But I would give you like a 7.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, and I feel like I have talked quite a bit about this.
Okay, yes, yeah, I know this one. So this one I think is about a girl who stays like at an Airbnb or something, and then they lock her in a room. A creepy person, I think an old lady probably, locks her in a room, and then this girl I think is like an assassin, or she basically can like fend for herself, I think. Or she's, I don't know, something like that. Right? Or she's like a... I just remember you telling me something about like... She says a quote. Like, you don't know what I'm capable of, or something like that.
Oh. I don't remember that quote.
Okay, well, maybe I'm talking about wrong.
I'm sorry if the lighting keep changes, but just work with us. We're filming this later in the evening. But you were pretty... close. It's not an Airbnb. This woman gets hired by this really rich, kind of younger family.
Like a caretaker, right, or something?
Yeah, so she's the housemaid, so she takes care of the cooking, the cleaning, and also their daughter. They have like a 9-year-old daughter, if I believe correctly, and she like takes care of her. And then the mom in this situation is like super crazy. And the main girl's like, why is this nice husband like with this crazy wife? And then the daughter's even kind of crazy. And then yeah, she has like a little room in the attic that like locks from the outside.
Yeah,
and
I remember something like that.
It kind of escalates from there. So I would give you like I'll give you like 6.
Okay.
Okay, this next one, I feel like you have no idea what this is about, but this is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. And remember, you read one Alice Feeney book, but I read this quite a while ago, so.
By the cover, obviously, somewhere north, the snow, the church. Oh my god.
Rock, Paper, Scissors. So what do you think that's about?
She, or a guy.
Hold on, I'm trying to remember why it's called Rock, Paper, Scissors.
I'm trying to think. Okay, I think probably it's some kind of like she has to make a really tough choice, or like a gamble with something to do with her life or someone else's life, or maybe she just has to make like a really tough choice in the book. Some type of decision she has to make, or he has to make. That's hard. This one's hard because you can't tell anything by the cover. Rock, paper, scissors. Maybe like somebody she is close to. One of them have to die, or one of them have to make like a hard decision. And they're kind of like, okay, you know what? We're going to do rock, paper, scissors. And see who has to do it.
Okay. I actually don't... I know the premise of the book, but I don't remember why rock, paper, scissors. I know that it was like used in here, but I can't remember exactly why. But this is about a couple who is married, and their marriage is kind of on the rocks, so they decide to take a trip out to Scotland and stay in this old... It is an Airbnb. They tried... I don't know if you said that about this book or the other one, but they stay in like this old Airbnb kind of in the middle of nowhere, and then weird things start happening there, but they kind of have to it's kind of like their final deciding factor is if they do well like on this trip. And so it's kind of them navigating that. But this is a really good book. There's a lot of twists and turns, just like your other Alice Feeney book you read. You said that... Yeah, I know you didn't really like it, but
no, it sucked.
So yeah, you weren't very close. I'm interested now of why they were using the rock, paper, scissors. I know that they would like give each other gifts every year for their anniversary based on that anniversary. Like, you know, like the first year's paper, the second year's, like they would do that. And this is dual POV between each chapter, so you get the wife's point of view and you get the husband's point of view. But you weren't very close.
Yeah, that was probably the worst one.
Yeah. I'll give you a 2. I feel like I can't give you a 1 because you're cute. Okay. Did you see the next one?
I think. Give me.
I've told you quite a bit about this, but it's hard to retain.
Okay, this one obviously.
A Court of Thorns and Roses. And there's a lot of them, but this is the first one.
Oh, for all the nerds.
The cover actually could help you, by the way.
I know this is a fantasy book. It's some kind of crazy world. I think it's about like fairies and something else they call people. And they're really pretty and the guys are very good looking. Or they describe them as good looking. I don't know, but it's basically about war. And there's bad fairies and good fairies. And then they go to this land and basically about fairies that fight.
Okay, that's your finance.
Yep.
There's no more detail you want to give about this?
And a dragon, because it's a dragon.
That's not a dragon.
No.
Look at it.
A wolf.
And this actually tells you.
A wolf.
Okay.
Looks like a wolf and a chicken. I don't know.
And a chicken, what are you talking about? Oh, like
the
mixed
tail,
together?
Yeah.
Okay, this is about fairies. I feel like I've told you that. But this is about Feyre, and she's human.
Yeah, that's what it was.
She's human. And she kills this wolf that she thinks might be fairy, but she needs to feed her family. And so she goes ahead and risks killing it, and it is a fairy. And so another fairy in, I think, is he wolf form too, that comes back. He is like, okay, we have to either kill you right now, or we have to take you back to...
Yeah, I remember that.
Prythian to live in our fairy realm. And so that's kind of what the book is about, is this book in particular, is her going into Prythian and trying to survive in there. And she meets Tamlin, and later on she meets Rhysand. You probably remember that name.
Yeah.
This book isn't particularly about war, but it is leading up to some of the other books. But she also goes under the mountain, and there's like Amarantha, and she's like a really mean lady. I don't know if you remember all that. And she has to go through like these tasks. That was probably one of my favorite. That and the second book are my favorite in the series as of now. Okay, the next one is The No-Show.
I know this one.
You do?
No, wait.
Okay, the cover does help.
Okay, this one's obviously about someone's getting married. Oh God. Okay, so the bride doesn't show up, obviously, because the groom is chasing. It's probably her. Probably like they get married, trying to get married, and she bails, and the guy is chasing after her vigorously. Time is everything, so maybe she's like gonna leave him and catch a flight or something. And there's 3 girls at the top, so maybe like he's having an affair with one of them.
Wow.
And
juicy.
Probably the one in the red dress up top, because she's leaving. Yep, that's my guess.
Okay. Wrong.
Really?
I actually didn't rate your last book.
I was pretty close.
Yeah, I would give you like a 6.
Okay.
Okay, well no, you did pretty good on that one. Like an 8. Okay, this one is about Valentine's Day, and this is the main guy.
Oh, this is the loop one.
No.
No.
It's not. That's a different Valentine's Day one. But he no shows, so he doesn't show up to 3 different girls' dates on Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay, that makes
sense.
sense.
So the story is from 3 different point of views from each girl, and kind of their storyline and who he is to them, and him not showing up on that day, and you figure out why he didn't show up.
The man gets around.
This is actually a really good book, and there is a twist. It is surprising, and I really like this book and suggest this one.
Okay, that's deceiving. That cover's deceiving.
I'm going to tell you what it's about off camera so they don't. Okay, the last book is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Again, I read this one a long time ago.
Oh, God.
And I wasn't a big fan of it.
I think this one takes place...
We are sitting in one chair, so that's why we're
my butt
like
literally
this.
hurts. So, this one is based in California, Malibu.
You got that right.
Okay. Obviously, they're probably going on vacation. You know what? I'm going to say a girl goes on vacation. Probably. And she finds the love of her life while she's learning to surf, and it's about a love story that happens in Malibu, California at a surfing resort, if they have those.
Okay.
Pretty good?
That's pretty good, but no. Wrong. This is about a family, I think it's like 5 siblings, 4 or 5 siblings, and they do live in Malibu, and they all love to surf. And basically, honestly, this book is like about their family dynamic, and their dad is like a famous singer, I think he is, or actor, and he like goes off and he's like not really with the family, and then the mom's kind of taking care of all of them, and then the oldest sister, it's like mainly about her, I would say, like she ends up taking care of all the kids, and it's kind of just them navigating their family life. That's why I didn't really care for this book, but yeah.
Okay,
so it's
so
like
it wasn't
about
really
family.
close. Okay.
No, I would give you like a 4. But it was about surfing, but that's pretty, and in Malibu, but.
Well, that's probably 2 points each.
Yeah. Okay, so those are all the books that I have to show Mike and him guess. This was kind of fun. Maybe once I read, like, well, I've read a lot more books than that, but maybe I'll do this again. It was hard to pick books that I know you don't know much about, because I feel like I tell you about a lot of books. But maybe we'll do this again, because that was fun. But I would say, like, overall you get like a 5 out of 10.
It's good enough for me.
Wasn't too great, but thank you guys for stopping by my channel. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.